What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I'm going to breeze through this, my post-fights. I had a good, enjoyable night of boxing. Not going to really talk about Andre Berto's fight. Not really, nothing too exciting. And I'm damn sure not talking about Lucas Matisse's fight. I expected a lot more. The way it ended was some bullshit. Lucas was clearly winning. However, the ref stopped it as he's getting up within the 9 count. It was whack. Main event, Adrien Broner versus Emanuel Taylor. Good fucking fight. I enjoyed it. It was highly competitive. I think the right man won. I did not score it. However, I think Broner did win. In the second half, he kind of pulled away. Now, let me tell you straight up, I have nothing against any fighter. Broner is such a mixed bag for me. Like, sometimes he shows you dazzling hand speed. He shows you signs of greatness, like, damn, this dude is really a problem, like his name suggests. And then you see those vulnerabilities. And I'm not expecting a fighter to be perfect, but it's just, I don't know what it is. It's like something is missing that we're seeing more and more in recent fights. So as far as the Emanuel Taylor fight, props to both fighters. Adrien Broner in front of a hometown crowd. In the 12th round, he put his stamp, an exclamation point on it. Just a beautiful, beautiful uppercut. Emanuel Taylor didn't see it coming. I'll put the link in the description. I posted it. I filmed it and posted it on my Instagram. So if you haven't watched it, take a look at it. It's just beautiful stuff. Again, Broner, he looked very sharp in spots. But then there are also spots where he looked vulnerable. And I see Broner getting hit with the same shots that fucking Marcos Maidana was hitting him with. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of fighters take a loss and then all of a sudden they got to get a new team or new coach. But I think Broner might really want to consider adding somebody to his camp. I don't know. Like I said, it's just something's missing. When he's on, and he looks great in doing it. You know what I'm saying? The dazzling hand speed, just blistering hand speed, his combination punching, it just looks really good. But then again, the flip side of the coin, where he's going to have problems with a Maidana rematch or Lucas Matisse, probably even more problems with Lucas Matisse. Lucas can crack. And that relentless pressure style and him fighting off the back foot seems to bother him. And one thing I don't understand what Broner does is, maybe it's just his attitude, he's arrogant or whatever. Manuel Taylor was just dogging it out, whether he was hurt or whether he was losing the round. He was all heart. And he's fighting. Broner was talking during the middle of it. I get it. Muhammad Ali used to do little mind games and stuff like that. But Muhammad Ali is Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? And he's a heavyweight where one punch really can change that. Speaking of one punch, Broner's power at over 140 pounds, 140 or 147, doesn't seem as apparent. When he was fighting 130, 135, he was really sparking dudes. But I haven't seen his power show up like that. You know what I mean? True, he did hurt Taylor in the last round, knock him down with a beautiful punch. But now you have to transition from when you were much bigger than guys at 130, 135, and you were able to hurt the Gavin Reeses. There were no match. Now you're facing bigger guys, probably tougher chins and stuff like that. So you have to box more and you have to put it together a lot more. So stop with the talking, and he needs to learn how to fight off the ropes. That's what I really think. I think that's one of his big problems. He looked better. He was more defensively responsible against the ropes, but it's still not a place that he wants to be, and especially against a guy like a Lucas Matisse. The dude has too much power. But he did, again, he used his legs in spots. He looked very, very sharp. Much better performance from Broner than his last performance against Carlos Molina. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. Manuel Taylor, props to him. I would definitely watch his next fight. He was all heart. He brought it to Broner. He started off very aggressive in the first half of the fight. They were kind of like matching each other. It's just like a 401k plan. Broner would land a beautiful body shot, and then Emanuel Taylor will respond with the body shot. So it's just good stuff, man. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think the body shot slowed Taylor down in the second half. Another thing I think is pretty funny, that people don't realize what Mayweather skill-wise brings to the table. Like, even in the Maidana fight, which people are saying, oh, it's the toughest fight. It was a good fight with Maidana and Floyd, but it was a different type of fight than Adrien Broner and Maidana. And Floyd does certain things. He transitions from offense to defense a lot better than Broner. He kind of baits his opponent on the rope. Sometimes even in the Maidana fight, Floyd was staying on the ropes too long. Broner definitely did that in the Maidana fight and also in the Taylor fight. And the problem with that is, especially with all the suspect judges in boxing and like corrupt referee decisions and stuff, Carl Froch, George Groves, or even the decision to count out the fighter in the Lucas Matisse fight, you have to know that a judge sitting at a fucking table who has a license that might not really like boxing like people in the YTBC, that stuff looks good to them. When Maidana's on the rope and he's letting his hands go, it doesn't matter that they're being deflected and blocked. It looks good from the audience. It looks good from the big screen TVs that they have in the venue. You know what I'm saying? So judges score that, even though it's not necessarily effective, especially when you're not fighting off the ropes. Mayweather is more of a sharpshooter, so he'll throw some sharp counters, usually off the ropes. Broner needs to work on that, or stay off the ropes and have the fight in the center of the ring and use your hand speed advantage. But he did use his legs a lot more, and it was a good performance. It wasn't an A performance to me. It was, I give it a B. You know what I mean? I give it a solid B. He looked good. He was in front of his crowd, but he needs to just keep working with his team, working on different things, incorporate his legs more, just get back to boxing, stop with the clown showboating and dancing, because Emanuel Taylor wasn't having it. There was a spot where Emanuel Taylor and Broner got tangled up, and Broner tried to do that matador shit that he did to, I think it was Eloy Perez. He did it to Maidana, where he just like spins around and like sidesteps him and starts salsa dancing with him and shit. And Taylor, he hit him with a punch, you know what I'm saying? And the ref had to stop him and warn him and stuff like that. But Taylor was there to fight. Broner was there to fight too, but he was also talking shit and clowning. Just cut all that out. Concentrate on getting the W. But overall, it was a good fight. I enjoyed it. Props to both fighters. Tremendous heart. Broner got hit with some shots. Taylor got hit with shots. And they battled on. Broner got a cut late in the fight. It was just good. Taylor hadn't been to the late rounds before, so it was just a solid performance by both. Definitely an entertaining fight, and it made up for the Lucas Matisse fight. Let me know what you guys think of the Broner-Taylor fight. Again, I still think he has problems with guys like Lucas Matisse. With what I've seen, his vulnerabilities seem like they would play into the hands nicely of a fighter like Lucas Matisse. Let me know what you guys think. Last thing I want to say is I think it's funny that, going back to what I was saying earlier, people underrate what Floyd really does. You know what I mean? Fighting bigger guys. Broner at 140 weighed more than Floyd really weighs on his fight night rehydration. Broner tonight weighed like 154, and he's fighting a division lower than Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Mayweather versus Maidana, I believe Mayweather weighed 148. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Even Emanuel Taylor on fight night tonight, he weighed like 152. So he weighed more than Mayweather. And people don't give credit to how crafty Mayweather really is. You know what I'm saying? Maidana weighed like 160 something, and he fought him at 148, whereas Broner weighed like 2 pounds heavier than Emanuel Taylor, and it was a close competitive fight. But again, I enjoyed myself. If you watched it, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like the video as always. Hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.